So let's continue with touchables. So to demonstrate touchable, I am creating new component, touchable component.js. Okay, so I have created this touchable component.js file. So let's import some required components. So here right now we have required style sheet and view. Let's import React here. Okay, now we are creating one class component. So start with export default class touchable component. Okay, extends from React component. Okay. Let's create a render method and which return the UI component. Okay, so to demonstrate this component, we start with some adding one parent view component. Okay, let's use this early style sheet for styling parent component. Let's add style dot container. Okay, so right now it is not showing this component. Okay, so we need to add, first of all we need to import this component here. Okay, let's replace this with touchable component. Okay, so it is reflect here, so we can verify by changing the color. Okay, it is reflected. So let's set the background color first is white. Okay, so to demonstrate touchable component, we need to import touchable into the project. Okay, so we are starting with first touchable component, that is touchable highlight. Okay, so let's use this component touchable highlight here. Okay, so it is showing this error message that it don't have any children. So for every touchable component we need to add one child component here. So let's add one view. Okay, then what we are trying to do is the touchable with view, and inside view we have one text that label this component. Okay, so just I am labeling as a touchable highlights. Okay, so it is not okay, so render error for text, we need to import text here. Okay, so it is still not it is showing the touchable highlight, but we need to style this component. So let's style the child component, child view. Okay, so child. So let's add some parameter for child component, like width of 250, then background color, we can add blue. Okay, then border radius to show the soft corner, then we need to add align items, because we are using the text inside this particular child component, which should be aligned to the center. Okay, let's add this style to the child view, style.child. Okay, so we have added this to the child view. Okay, so let's add some style to the text, that is text. First of all, color, we are adding text color white, then text align to center. Okay, so let's add this to text. Okay, so now the text color will change to the white. Okay, so let's add some height to the component so that it is properly visible. Okay, so what happened here, that we need to add some padding here. Okay, let's remove the height. That now it is not need to add height. Perfect. So yeah, so we have added 20 padding to touchable opacity. Okay, so it is now showing to the center. Okay, so what is the touchable opacity basically? So touchable opacity decrease the opacity of the wrap view. Okay, and allow the underlying color which should show on this particular view after click. Okay, so first of all, to show the touchable action, we need to add one action here. So I am adding on press method. Okay, and I will show alert on the press of button, that is you tap button. Okay, so let's add on freeze prop here. this dot on press. Okay, then we need to add over we need to add this underlay color. I'm going to add white color here. Okay, so let's save it. We click on this touchable highlight, so it is showing the alert that you have tapped the button. Okay, and you can able to see that whenever I'm pressing on this touchable highlight, it is slightly changing the opacity and the underlay color to the white. Okay, and after click complete, so it will show this alert. Okay, so this is a touchable highlight. Then next we are studying this touchable opacity. So there is a slight difference between the touchable highlight and touchable opacity, so I am using the same hierarchy component for touchable opacity also. Okay, so in touchable opacity we don't have the underlay color. Okay, so what happened that in touchable opacity, the opacity of the inside wrap view get changed after clicking on this touchable opacity component. Okay, let's save it. Okay, so we need to add some bottom need to add some padding bottom here. Okay, so let's add some margin. Okay, perfect. So it is showing this margin for this touchable component. Okay, so let's click on the touchable opacity. So what it is doing that whenever I click on this touchable opacity, is completely make this wrap view opacity, it decrease the wrap view opacity. Okay, and dim the total component. Okay, so in this way this touchable opacity get work. Then next we are learning touchable without feedback. Okay, so I'm using the same component hierarchy for this also. Okay, so touchable without feedback. Okay, so what happened that, so whenever we are using touchable without feedback, we need to assure that there is only one child inside this component. We can't use the multiple child here. Okay, there only need to add only one child. Okay, so that is a basic difference. And whenever we click on this touchable without feedback, it will not show any means what we can say, the opacity change or dimming the component like that. So let's click on this. So it is directly show the tap button alert. Okay, it is not showing any UI related changes here. Okay, so that is a touchable without feedback. Then at last we will look touchable highlight with long press event. Okay, means we can use the touchable highlight for on press and long press for both different actions. Okay, so let's check this also. So I am copying same touchable highlight here. Okay, and let's add one more method for on long press. Okay, to differentiate on press and long press action. Okay, so let's add one more code here on long press. Okay, so set the method on long press. Okay, and other things are same. Okay, so touchable highlight for press. Okay, let's save it. Okay, okay, so it is rendering the component. So what we are doing that we are using the touchable highlight for on press and long press actions. So let's click click on this touchable highlight. So it will show you tab button. Okay, let's long press this, so it will show you long press button. Okay, so by using touchable highlight we can implement the long press action also here. Okay, so this is related to the touchables.